Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. So today it's Friday. Friday's the day we go to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map, and they've gone with this one. In a week that has been packed with really nice mountain range maps. We've got another really nice mountain range, but to be fair, they didn't know last week it was going to be a week filled with mountainous maps. But it was a good choice, definitely one I approve of this week. Looks really good. It's a little bit on the challenging side. It's not the flattest of maps, although we do have a large flat buildable bay area, so that's a good thing too. And based on a real life kind of area with a little bit of liberty taken. But first of all, a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Pacific West by dmack, and this is...
It's my first map.
That's right. Not bad for a first map at all, and thank you very much to Battlehawk over on Discord for suggesting it. Now, there's your start square. It's a little bit on the challenging side, the start square, but it's workable. And then you've got terrain heights that show you the flat buildable bay area on the right-hand side there. It's pretty cool. And then the resources a little bit light, but they are there, and if you want to do some farming, yeah, you've got farmable areas. If you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, this is what your fishing map looks like, and all is good. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, there's no DLC required today, so that's good for those without any DLC. In fact, it's 100% vanilla, apart from the theme. We'll be using the Aguilvert theme, and a really nice theme it is too, and the vanilla European LUT, which is a little bit unusual. I was concerned that I was choosing the wrong LUT there, but I've checked against the screenshots and it looks about right. So, yeah, a vanilla LUT. How about that? There's a rarity. And look at this map. Oh, look at the whites of the beaches. Aguilvert, the Aguilvert sand is really white, snow white actually. In fact, that was why it was developed to be used as snow. Now we do have the road and the rail running parallel with each other here, and you may notice we've got a little bit of blue mantle under the rail there. Won't be the last time we see mantle on there. A little hint under that side as well actually. Won't be the last time we see mantle, but yeah, just for this short stretch at the start of the review, we're going to run the road and the rail alongside each other as best we can, because it kind of makes sense in terms of the routing for the map. We're going to split here. What we'll do is we'll follow the highway, which I like the way that it hugs the sands. Now, it probably means there's somebody out there 3 times a day coming down with a broom to sweep the sand off of the road, but it's just an imagination thing. It's fine, no problem with it. It looks really good actually, right up against the road, acting as a barrier between there and the land. And we will join up with the rail in a moment and look at what we missed, because we did actually miss something, but I wanted to come this way because I just like the way it hugged the shoreline there. That was really cool. Anyway, let's have a look at the rail, which we've skipped. It went a slightly different route. It's a little bit uppy downy, the rail, but I think we can deal with it to a degree. Yeah. What I can't deal with so much is this weird bit of glitching on the railway here. I have no clue. We've even got a gate to hell there. Imagine that, any train coming through here, straight in the gates to hell. Wonderful. Oh, perfect timing. Look, it's a train coming right through now. Hang on, let me align this camera so you can't see the line there. There we go. Straight through to oblivion. I mean, obviously it's safe. Don't worry, no passengers were hurt during the recording of this show. And then they're cutting through to the elevated. It's a bit of a clunky looking line anyway, but it's far from a bad one. But then it gets really good. I'm liking this parallel bridge thing. We've got perfectly aligned pillars, and high enough to allow vanilla shipping through, and there is a shipping route there, and that's very clean and dandy, I tell you. Another bit of blue mantle on the opposite side of the road though, as you come back down to ground, and like I say, there are just little hints of blue mantle here and there that can easily fixed, very easily fixed. Liking this little ravine here and the little crossings. I'm happy with all of those. I can again deal with those quite happily. And heading down into the meat of the map now. Now, The start square, which is, I don't know, a little way away yet. Oh, this roundabout actually heads off onto the island. It's a kind of a sand-locked island. But we got all the crosswalks going on here, or zebra crossings as we call them in the UK. That's easily fixed as well by using, as we are, hang on a second, we're using mass transit. This is a mass transit high national road. No DLC was required for this map apparently. I've just noticed, ooh, there's a bad one. And there's also the blue mantle under there as well. So yes, we need mass transit for this map, and we haven't got it. But yes, with mass transit, you have the 2-lane highways, and if you use them on your roundabouts, nice looking intersection. That's actually quite well worked. A little bit of shark's teeth along this cliff edge, maybe. Yeah, it's not too bad. A little bit of foliage along there to hide the cliff edge, and I think that you get away with that one. And I do like the way that this rail line has been run between the pillars on the underside of the highway. This is good, clean, crisp work. I like that as well. See, I can be critical, but I can also find things to praise as well. There's a lot of good stuff on this map, especially for a first map. Look at the way it comes together under. Let me get down here. Under here. Look at that. That is pristine work. All credits for that. But yes, blue mantle here and there, and mass transit needed. There's a couple of issues right there and then. Shark's teeth cutting going on here. That's not pretty. That's again easily fixed with a couple of dabs of the smoothing tool. We will be doing some editing on the map in the second half of the show, but not doing any smoothing though. Something a little bit different we haven't done for a while on a map, and I think this map would really benefit from it. But we'll get to that later. So anyway, the road and rail still running parallel together, but we are going to take a diversion in a few moments. Because although this is the highway to the start square, which is directly ahead, we want to take a different route because I'm curious. Roads go somewhere, like this highway goes to the start square and then to the edge of the map. Where does this road go to? Well, this national road finds its way up here, across here, through the trees over here, and it's a nice route. It's a very aesthetically pleasing route, following the side of the river. Nice clean river crossing there to a roundabout, which is made with the 2-lane national highway, which is what I was talking about earlier. Well done. And we could head to the right. Oh, I think we'll head left. I want to go away from the start square because I want to take a convoluted trip around the map to get to the start square, because it's a map that does allow it. Going up the valley, again, quite nicely worked here as well, and a very nicely worked bridge. Liking the pillar on the island in the middle of the river as well. That is good work. And then we'll head back across this part of the river here. And again, it looks really aesthetically pleasing. And we've got a big buildable area over here. What's going on here? We've got another roundabout and another bridge crossing. I think we will head across the bridge. Again, just to be convoluted. Also, because we have got some lovely switchbacks going on here. A little bit of blue mantle right under there. Just a hint. And then we'll head up into this valley. And it works really neatly. Where are we going? Well, now we're going down the other side of the mountain, just like the bear. Back down some switchbacks to a roundabout. And turn right again to go through the tunnel. Out of the tunnel. And we are back down to where we started. We've basically done a full loop of the mountain. Now, I would be happier if there was actually a destination somewhere in amongst there, a viewing point or something. But for me, that loop around there doesn't really add anything unless you call it a national park, in which case I fully understand. But yeah, I'd be happy if there was just like one little destination point, maybe two, somewhere, a little picnicky area or something, just for you to say, yep, that's why that road was built. At the moment, it's just built to drive around the mountain. Now, we emerge from this highway, this national road, onto the original highway, but actually be on the start square. Nice intersection there. That's actually a really nice intersection, so credit there. And then we can head down towards the start square area. You can already see the asset of the day poking its head up on the left-hand side of the screen now, and we'll get to that in a moment. Nice bridge again. Of course, we're joining up with the rail again here. We will follow the road or the rail out in a minute. Not a big problem. Start square intersection is a little bit clunky for my taste. I mean, I like the idea of the elevated roundabout with the tunnel running through it. But on the left-hand side here, we've got what looks like unfinished work. We have got elevated highway ramps at ground level, which are causing cuttings into the ground. It just looks very awkward to me. It's a good effort, and I like the idea. Where's that road going? I think we might check that. Oh no, it's just heading up to where we came down from in the mountains. Just a route we didn't take. Anyway, roundabout, which means time for the asset of the day in the start square. And this one, now, if you tell me you don't want this in your city, you are an outright liar, okay? This is a stunning, stunning building, superbly done by AmiPolizeiFunk. It's the Berliner Dom 2020. Not sure why 2020, but it's really nicely worked. And reading in the description, it has actually been updated since uploading it. So it's even better. I'm looking for my factoids book. Sorry, turning away from the microphone. Looking for my factoids book. But yes, really nice work again from AmiPolizeiFunk. Haven't seen anything from them from a while, and well, this is a great return for me. Factoids because factoids. Apparently, the most common surname in France is Martin, or I guess Martin. Yeah, I did not know that. England and Wales, I could... Martin. Wonder what it is in your country. Let me know in the comments down below what country you're from and what the most common surname over there is. Meanwhile, Berliner Dom 2020 by AmiPolizeiFunk, today's asset of the day. And it's a beaut. It's an absolute beaut. Take a bow, Ami. Take a bow. Apparently there was some input, I don't know how much, from old friend of the show, Armesto. They are linked in as a contributor on the build. I don't know what they did exactly, but they are certainly skilled in that kind of building. So maybe just drawing on their expertise. I don't know, but I'm glad. Right, okay, we've got that first intersection that we came down from. That's a really nice one there. And the road and rail running parallel. The question is, where do I go from here? I think we'll head up into the buildable bay area. Say it's flattish land up here. Definitely city build potential up here as well. You can see it is hilly. It is undulated, but it's not crazy. And if you're into challenging builds on non-flat land, this one is definitely going to work for you. Time for an intermission. Be back soon.
Fed up with vanilla or ploppable parking lots in your city? Wondering what Bonnie Day's Parking Lots Roads is all about? Then you need BonBonB's Parking Lots tutorial. Click the information button below.
And so back to the shipping routes on Pacific West by dmack. And I like the way it goes right the way through the middle of those pillars. That's amazing. Now today's shipping routes will feature a balloon, a kite, several pairs of panties, and of course a ghost. Why wouldn't it? That looks a bit close to the pillar there, but it's probably okay. But it is deep in the fog, so probably doesn't matter that much. So yes, what should we start with? The ghost, the balloon, or maybe we should start with the panties. No, we'll start with the kite. There we go. Features a kite. There you are. That's your kite. We'll head off this way, where you'll find the first of several pairs of panties. I won't show them all, but yeah, we have panties too. And then if we head up this route here, this heads up into a nice little area over here, and we have our balloon. Yeah, we got the balloon as well, which just leaves us with a ghost to find. So past the kite again, heading up this way, another pair of panties there, heads up to a dead end, and right here we have got the ghost. Fantastic. That's the best shipping route set we've had so far. Really good. Water flow is good. Again, if you're reliant on water flowing through your start square for your typical city build, using the standard rules for the game, going way back to when the game was launched, well, you should be okay. We've got these rivers. Doesn't look like much water flow until you get to there's a little waterfall down here, which just gets things flowing right there. And your start square is down here as well. So down here, although it does look a little bit light, it only needs to be moving and you are going to be fine. We'll take it out into the bay. Alright, okay, so the map does look really good. It's just a shame it's on a week with so many good mountains. This would stand out even more if it wasn't on such a strong week. Let me just show you the start square undulations. So there we go. Yeah, it's a little bit challenging. We do have flat areas going on across here. And the start square does extend off to the right hand side onto see how steep that hill is there. It's quite steep. And then it does extend over onto that peninsula there, which is kind of a little bit flat. Yeah, it's a bit on the challenging side, the map, but it is definitely workable for those of you that have got the skills. But we come out of that mode, we look at it in this mode, it's much nicer. Look at that, just look at that. It's like another Icania map, isn't it? Really love, mind you, it's Icania's theme, so kind of expect that. Let's take a look at the rivers. The aesthetics are really lovely going on. I can't believe that the vanilla European theme works this well. Certainly is popping, I tell you. We've got, say, good sand detailing underneath the rivers, just to make it pop here and there. Nice lake going on up here. This is your big buildable area. That's your main build area, away from the start square, but loads of room to actually expand into. Not sure about down here. These rocks with all the sand on the rocks, it just looks a little bit like snow, doesn't it? Which is, of course, what the sand was designed to be in the Aguil Vert theme. Snow. So I would take the sand tool along that and I would clean it. I won't do it here. I would clean those rocks up to have them just jagged, sand free, poking up from the... I mean, it does look amazing. It does look, as white sand, proper tropical sand, it does look amazing. So those areas are sand, I would go with. And I like the undersea detailing as well. That is excellent work too. We've got what could be a bonbon island here. I'm going to say no to it. It doesn't look like it's got enough shelter for me. It doesn't need a building, just needs some sort of cover. And there isn't any, so not for me personally to live on, but it's a nice island. And this would be an island, apart from it does have this little sand isthmus going on. We might be tidal. We also have sand up here on these mountaintops, which for me says, hang on a minute, what would this look like if, where are we? Come out there. That's the one. If we did some sand painting on them and made them into snow-topped mountains. See how it looks, shall we? Shall we? I think we should. Yeah, I mean, this is what the theme was developed to be, and I think dmack has missed the trick here, because I mean, the mountains. We have the tools, we have the theme, and we definitely got the skills. I think that, I mean, it's in the island in the middle of. Perhaps we should do something over on the main, over this area. Let's do this mountain ridge over here. Make a slightly bigger brush. I'm not going for fine detailing here. Let's just get a quick impression of what it would look like over here with a proper background mountain. Probably should do the one on the other side of the valley as well. So we'll do this again. I mean, I'm just going over the lines here. But it'll give us a good idea of what it would look like from... Do you know what? Yeah. Missed the trick, dmack. That's a fail. Even so, it still looks good. There's no argument that the map looks good. But what do you think of the map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right corner of your screen. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. What do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, it's pretty nice, you know. It's pretty nice. It's way more than 3 stars. I don't think I can go really high on this one because it could be... there are some glitchy areas that draw away and some areas that I think could be a little bit cleaner. But it's still 4 stars. I'm going to lowish 4. Detailing, on the whole, not bad. And there are some really nice 4-star areas. There's no doubt about that. I just feel there's enough things in here to prevent it being value for that 4th star. I'm going to go for 3 stars. I'm going to go for high 3 because overall the standards are pretty strong. Gameplay potential. I think this is pretty playable. On a weak field of mountain maps, it's another one that is pretty strong. Again, you're going to need to be a skilled player to play it, but if you've got the skills, I think a medium-low 4 stars from me for this one. It's a pretty strong map. Certainly not bad for a My First map at all. All credit for that. So Pacific West by dmack. That one is worth considering if you've got the skills. If you don't mind doing a little bit of cleaning up as you're going along, that one is a good choice. We've had a lot of really good ones just recently, haven't we? We really have. Maybe next week will be the week we get all the duds. Who knows? It might be down to that word of the day. If you are still watching, you are part of the 20 and out elite. Use that word of the day into the comments to score yourself some population points just for fun. And it'll just show that you are part of our secret society that make it right to the end of the show. And I'll see you tomorrow with one more What Map. Thanks for watching.